It's now apparently possible to go into Apex coin debt, and I'm going to tell you how to not do that. And also, we got a brand new trailer the other day, but I think Respawn are hiding a big screw up in it. But first, you may have seen a few viral videos going around of people going into debt with Apex coins, and yes, this was actually possible as of 6 months ago when Respawn added some lines to the code where your Apex coins could go into a negative figure, and you could only fix this by buying enough Apex coins to put your balance at 0. Otherwise, you're just going to be eternally in Apex debt, and you're never going to be able to buy anything. And anytime you get free coins, well, that's going to be for balancing your debt. I actually found a few threads on Twitter where people were having this issue, and I think this reply reveals why people go into Apex coin debt. Basically, it seems like if you do a refund through Microsoft or Steam or PlayStation for Apex coins you previously purchased, Respawn will remove them from your account and basically say, pay us back or you can never use coins again. Weirdly enough though, I distinctly remember around a year ago now, somebody actually got banned for refunding Apex coins they bought through Xbox. So it seems like Respawn have changed their ways, so now you don't get banned if you refund coins, you just now have to pay Respawn back, which is much more of a profitable thing if you think about it, because if you ban someone, they're not going to pay you back at all, but if you remove coins from someone, they're likely to pay you back. There is also another way to go into Apex coin debt apparently. Back when the account reset glitch happened, a few people also experienced going into Apex coin debt, and this is obviously because when the account reset glitch happened, it just messed up everybody's accounts. Nothing was right. So it's not really surprising that people went into negative Apex coins. Although recently within the last few weeks, there have been more and more posts from people popping up claiming that they've never refunded anything and claiming that this randomly happens. So this could be a quite rare glitch that we don't know about yet, and you could randomly wake up in debt to Apex. It's kind of like the opposite of the lottery. Also, you shouldn't confuse this type of Apex coin debt with this glitch right here. Whenever you load Apex, there will be a brief period where the game is loading and it says you have minus 999 Apex coins, minus 999 everything pretty much. And this is something that happens to everybody. It's not a glitch, it just happens while your currency is loading. Although a few of you OG players may remember, this was actually how we found out about the free heirloom glitch. If you loaded onto Apex in season 15 and you saw your currency loading like this and it said minus 999, if you went onto any legends, you could go onto the heirloom equip screen and equip any heirloom you don't own, which was the source of the free heirloom glitch a few years ago. Also, when researching about Apex debt, I found out something weird. It turns out if you're in Japan and you buy any currency inside Apex Legends, it will expire after 180 days because it's part of Japanese law for some reason. So this guy bought 60 exotic shards and now has to spend them within the next half a year or they'll get removed, which is quite funny, but it's quite sad because he said he just wants a reactive Vault Recolor, and I somehow doubt that's going to be coming out before that currency expires. One thing that did come out recently though is this trailer, and I think there's a lot more to this trailer than people are realizing, and I think it's a sign that the new map was delayed a bit, and the new map was actually meant to come out this season. Why is that? Well, at the start of this season, we got the story from the Outlands trailer, and then the gameplay trailer, and then the Battle Pass trailer, which was strange because we were missing the alter character trailer and also the launch trailer. And it got a bit weirder because when we listened to the voice lines for the new season, it turns out a lot of the legends were referencing a trailer we had never heard of. First of all, in the Battle Pass, there was this screenshot of a trailer which we hadn't seen at the time, and also Lifeline had voice lines with Alter about a situation we had never heard of before. But then, in a very strange turn of events, on Twitter, Respawn started teasing something weird, and then an hour later, a brand new trailer came out which was in the style of a launch trailer, but it quite clearly wasn't a launch trailer because it didn't come out at the launch, and also it wasn't called a launch trailer. And I think this is because this right here was meant to be the launch trailer for Season 21, but because Respawn had to delay a few things, it ended up not being. Why is this? Well, it's pretty simple actually, and many of you may not have realized this, but this trailer takes place completely on the next map that Respawn are going to release. Seriously. So this is basically the next map, and many of you people may be asking, how do you know it's the next map? Well, there's actually quite a few context clues, and one of them might blow your mind. First of all, we can see the map is devastated by what I assume is to be riots, because there's destroyed stuff everywhere, and also there's graffiti absolutely everywhere as well. And most of the graffiti is complaining about power being expensive, which relates back to the What's in Town takeover, where she's trying to provide power for Sutama, which is the expected location of the next map. But there's another thing which basically 100% confirms that this is the next map, as in this scene right here, Horizon is standing in front of a building that says Humbert Labs on it, which many of you Apex lore nerds may be very interested in, because this is where Caustic faked his death and also learned a lot about gas. And if we go onto the Apex wiki right now, it turns out Humbert Labs Labs is on the same planet as where the next map is taking place, so it seems a lot more likely that this is the next map being showcased and Humbert Labs will be on the next map. So what else can we take away with the knowledge that this is the next map then? Well, considering the fact that from the What's in Town takeover we've already seen an overhead screenshot of the map, we can actually finally work out what is defining the map border, because when we first saw this screenshot we were like, what is that green stuff around the map that is stopping people from going outside of the map? Well, it turns out it might just be gas, because in this trailer, shrapnel from an explosion causes a lot of gas pipes to start leaking gas absolutely everywhere, which is probably the reason you can't just walk out of the city this map is based in, because it's surrounded by gas. I mean, seriously, this stuff really starts spreading at the end, and I think it would be a cool idea to maybe replace the ring with gas. On top of that, going back to what we talked about earlier, it does seem like this city is going to be abandoned and given to the Apex games because of riots within the city, which have most likely devastated a lot of things within it, which makes a really cool setting for the city this map is going to be based in, because there'll be loads of makeshift barriers everywhere that the rioters have set up. That means when we look at this overhead shot here, this is most likely going to be a real portion of the map, and this building looks weirdly similar to this type of building on World's Edge, so I do wonder if Respawn are using building layouts and just retexturing the buildings to fit more into Sutamo's style. Also, this building right here reminds me of these buildings from Kings Canyon Schooltown. On top of this, later on in the trailer, Horizon is running through a bit of the map called Shipyard Arcade, which I assume it is going to be a point of interest, but more interestedly, it is surrounded by giant steel walls, which was a big point of discussion when we saw this overhead screenshot of the map in the What's in Town takeover. It seems the map is going to be heavily reliant on walls, and I think because of that, Ulta might be a really good pick for this map, because we do know she has the ability to use her portal through really thick walls. I mean, this one on World's Edge right here is 17 meters thick, and she goes through it with no effort. And then at the very end of this trailer, we do get this overhead scene which shows us Humbert Labs, which once again is very likely going to be a point of interest within the new map. I mean, behind it there is this point of interest which has these buildings which are quite clearly laid out in a way to support Apex gameplay. The buildings have really big windows so people can get in and out, and also they're set up in a very gameplay friendly way. And I honestly think this trailer right here was originally meant to be the season's launch trailer, and this season was meant to launch with the new map. Why is this? Well, Respawn have been teasing this map for a very long time, and for as long as those teasers have been going, there's been rumours that the map's been getting delayed and delayed. So it's very likely, in my opinion, that this was meant to be the launch trailer, but Respawn didn't want to confuse people by showcasing a new map, so they were just like, we'll release it a week later. Still though, I think this trailer should have released at the start of the season, because it does clear up a lot of lore between Horizon and Ulta, and also drops a lot of hints about their lore. For example, Ulta tells Horizon that Horizon is not exciting as the other Mary Summers, and pretty much every time Horizon says, I don't know you, Ulta goes, yeah, but I know you. And then Ulta straight up offers to help. Horizon finds Newt, which is weird because Ulta shouldn't know who Newt is, but at least Horizon is getting that offer to help. And it seems Ulta does intend on helping Horizon by somehow fixing the time gauntlet. Another pretty crazy thing to note is that when Ulta and Horizon are going through the portal in this moment, there is a voice that comes from the portal that a lot of people are theorizing says kill. There is clearly a lot of mystery to Horizon and Ulta, and I do think there is a bigger theory than Ulta wants Horizon to end the world. There clearly is. The devs have been teasing this a load on Twitter, so I'm really excited to see where this one goes. I'm pretty excited for the stuff this trailer has laid out as well, because the next map looks really cool, and it does have a real city vibe. Instead of just what we're used to, Fragment, this map looks like a consistent city throughout, and the buildings do look pretty interesting to play throughout, and it seems a lot of the legends are connected to this map, so maybe there's going to be some pretty cool secrets here. But what do you think of our first look at District? Is it living up to what you thought? And also, don't go into Apex Coin debt.